stream. This is start. Why not? Adam's got two videos. Seems interesting. Why not? We're gonna get ready. We're gonna do our normal run to do burn houses and all that. So let's get our gear on for that. Should be here. Snapdragon. 500. That's how you make nature offerings. They just take what I got. Provincial dwarf weed. Seven. This would be the only thing to compare. We're doing Snapdragon. I guess I need more seeds. I need more trees. God, I wish we could sell that right there. Like, what do I do with this shit? Just throw it on the fucking ground? Let's go to GE. Let's go to GE. I got coffee here and tajitos, tosquitos. I wonder if they got breakfast of these things, man. This one's like jalapeno. What I? Oh, I know what it is. Oh, oh, oh. Threw me off for a second. All right. What? Oh, it's all one word. Snapdragon Seed. Alright, that bought. Sweet. And then I need Jason. These bitches are 100K a pop. I think we're good there. We only got one dead tree. What you got for me, Asman?
Gamers are now more easily cognitively overloaded when they play games and are more likely to avoid strategic complexity. Oh my god, look at all these graphs. We're gonna read this entire thing. Oh, this is great. This is what I was waiting for. Gamers have become less interested in strategic thinking and planning. In our blog post, we focus a lot on demographic cohort comparisons and how motivations are linked to in-game preferences, usually using slices of contemporaneous data and survey data. But because we've been collecting data from our gamer motivation profile for about 9 years, we can explore how gaming motivations have changed for a long period of time. In this post, we'll deep dive into a long-term trend that we've uncovered over the last 9 years. Gamers have become less interested in strategic thinking and planning. The gaming motivation, the 12 motivators that are measured in our model were identified via statistical analysis of how gaming motivations cluster together. For this analysis, okay, so this is the details. In our analysis sample, 75% identify as male, 21% as female, and 4% identify as non-binary. That means the mean age is 24. Wow. So, wow, that's crazy. So you're telling me most people that play video games are young guys? Oh! Standard deviation of 7? Of 7? For both directions? What? There's no way. The huge swing. No, I don't think so. Because isn't the third standard deviation 99.7? I think it is. Yes, it's 97. And so 97, so 3 times 3 is fucking 21. So 21.3, and let's just round it up. Let's say it's 22. 22, that's 46? No way! No way! Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to get into this. It's completely irrelevant, right? But anyway, 22% identify as casual gamers, 68% as core gamers, 20 as hardcore gamers. Okay, let's see. This probably, yeah, okay. Then if 68% is core and hardcore and only 12% is casual, then yeah, you know what? Probably this does make a little bit more sense. It probably has to do with the way that they got those people. And so demographic distribution, mostly North America, Western Europe as a data. Okay, so yeah, pretty sure. What's our strategy here? Of the 12 motivations, look at this. Of the 12 motivations, strategy has changed the most. When we looked at long-term trends across the 12 motivations, we found that many motivations were stable or experienced minor deviations over the last 9 years. Strategy was the clear exception. It had substantially declined over the past 9 years, and the magnitude of this change was more than twice the size of the next largest change. So this is between 2015 and 2024. And so you see the amount of people that care about strategy here, and this is over time. Wait a minute. So RTS games aren't falling off because of the quality? They're falling off because people are just fucking stupid? Oh my god. Look at this. It went from 50 to 35. That's insane. Oh my. It's right
These
here.
things are spicy, by the way.
What do they mean by strategy? So what I think that they mean by strategy, this is what I'm assuming, is that what they mean is people play video games to solve complex problems as a method of exercising their mind and exercising the strategic part of their mind. And that's probably one of the 12 motivators that gaming has. I think a great example of this is Path of Exile. So, chess, something like that, yes. And that's what they're talking about. That's what I believe that they're talking about. Strategy, yeah, Path of Exile is the only game that you can have a 30-minute build guide video, and there's not a single second of gameplay. It's just a bunch of spreadsheets and Excel and fucking like graphs. And then all the comments will be like, wow, this looks so awesome. I can't wait to play this. And everybody will love the video.
Nope, not playing it.
Exactly. Yeah, 1 hour, 30-minute, more like it. Yeah, of course. And so, why are we charting motivators using percentiles? What do you mean? Motivations, IQ traits, man-made constructs, entirely relative, no natural 0-point values. Okay, that's fine. How big exactly is the 33% drop to 33rd percentile? Both percentiles and psychometrics are fairly abstract concepts, with the magnitude of a drop of 33rd percentile can be difficult to grok. To, I guess, is that grasp? To help anchor this finding, here are some real-world magnitude equivalents to more familiar metrics. It's the equivalent of all men aged 20 plus in the U.S. losing 17 pounds of weight. It's the equivalent of all adult men losing 1.3 inches in height. So that's like whenever you meet your date versus whenever you put your height on Tinder. It's equivalent to everyone worldwide losing 6.7 points of IQ. I guess this is before TikTok came out.
All right there.
Oh my God. Gradual persistent decline that predates COVID.
Oh,
We conducted the longitudinal analysis. Several things stood out.
Oh,
The
can I
decline in
get that
strategy
one?
clearly predates COVID, as it's noticeable from its earliest data collection periods, and the trend line suggests that it started before June 2015. Bro, I wish we had the data for the year 2003. Bro, because I feel like 2003 it would have been like 85%. MMOs were popping off. RTS was going crazy. Everybody had Warcraft 3. Are the games making us dumb? Well, I'll explain why I think this is happening at the end, right? Like, because I have like my opinion.
2,500
so I wanna read the rest of this
per.
to see why it's happening. The decline is identical for both men and women.
Just for a coconut.
Damn.
Just for a coconut.
There's some dumb girls down here, January 2022. Oh my God. Well, I guess that's whenever Genshin was popular, so that makes sense. And this is about, yeah, this is Honkai Star Rail time, somewhere around here. Yeah, it went down. That, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Overall strategy is remarkably consistent across male and female gamers. This also means that overall finding would be even in proportion of male and female hasn't changed. The decline is similar whether we're looking at US or non-US gamers.
There's a fruit tree over there, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to run that far. Well,
at least the Western Europeans are. But why is it?
You could probably go here.
Okay, here we go.
And tell him to exit.
More
He brings
related
you
findings
there, right?
to terms in our media consumption habits. For example, over time, shorter YouTube videos have garnered a higher share of overall views. The duration in shots of movies between each cut has decreased from 16 to in 1930 to 4 in 2010.
As long as we get at least 4 of these, we pay.
Before switching to a browser window has decreased from 2.5 minutes to 47 seconds, and that was only in 2016. In light of this decline, strategy is not likely an idiosyncratic phenomenon among digital gamers,
16.
but this parallels the general reduction in attention spans observed by researchers in different fields. We often blame social media for our decreased attention spans, but there's a lack of concrete causal evidence for this. This downward trend in media attention can be traced back to as far as 1930s. Another potential hypothesis is the increasing negativity, polarization, and intrusiveness and emotional manipulation in social media has created a persistent cognitive overload on the finite cognitive resources we have.
Yeah.
Put simply, we may be too worn out by social media to deeply think about things. For example, higher engagement with social media is correlated with lower math and reading scores. So basically, people who use Twitter can't do math. Well, I could have told you that for fucking free. 1984. Not necessarily.
All right, people who use TikTok, you seen them fuckers? Good lord. There's smart people in there too, no doubt. But man, what was the last one we looked up? 88 plus 22. 100. 100. That's all you heard. 100.
Didn't people ignore all news in 1984 because it was nobody could know what was true and what wasn't true? It's not actually because of the emotional overload. I don't remember exactly. What's this here? Implications for making games and understanding gamers.
I knew that.
Gamers are now more easily cognitively overloaded when they play games and more likely to avoid strategic complexity. Wow. Wow. This is a W post. I love this, by the way. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite thing to look at. Like raid leaders, RTS is a great example of this. Yeah. Okay. So, why do I think this is happening? I think that primarily it's happening because there are more things that are looking for your attention all of the time, and they're trying to catch your attention all of the time. In 2016, nobody had smartphones. In 2003, the only people that really had, cell phones even, were people that were in business, or people that were kind of wealthy. In 2003. In 2016, nobody had smartphones? In 2016? Let me see. No, okay. As I feel like there is 30% more people using smartphones now than there were then. Let's find out. I want to find out right now. 2016 is 70%. And now it's at 90%. Okay. So I'm right, but not as right as I thought I was. I don't think this is big enough to say that. Yeah. So like no difference? 20% isn't a difference. That's a big difference. You were almost exactly right. Not that much, right? But close. 25% is large. Yes. But you said no, we're almost so like as I thought I was. Oh, it's at 90%. Okay.
So they're trying to say what? Like 20%? What is this? The US? That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. You tell me went up 20%. He's like, that's not a lot. 70, was it 77? The 90s the same or some shit?
So
people.
I'm right, but not as right as I thought I was. I don't think this is big enough to say that. Yeah. So like no difference? 20% isn't a difference. That's a big difference. You were almost exactly right. Not that much, right? But close. 25% is large. Yes. But you said no one used it? Oh yeah. You know, that's how I talk about things. I get myself in trouble like that. I usually talk in absolutes whenever I don't really mean that. No, obviously a lot of people had smartphones in 2016. But I think that obviously like now everybody has them. Whereas before, I said nobody had cell phones. I said in cell phones, what do you call it? People really didn't have a lot of cell phones in 2003. Cell phones were still very new in 2003. Like I remember my dad had one, and like it was like some of his like friends at work had them, and that was it. So like now there are so many other ways that your attention can be divided regularly. Like very easily, your attention can be immediately taken away from you. So I think that's one of the big reasons why this is happening. And I think also, I actually think that their conclusion, this guy's conclusion for this, is 100% on the money. And I think this is a huge factor, is that people are so emotionally overwhelmed and cognitively overwhelmed by media that they are just dumber. And you know how I know this? Because I stream. And I know that this is true. Ask a lot of streamers. I am dumber when I stream, and my brain is like at the end of my stream. Sometimes this is not really as much the case now anymore, right? Because I've totally lost my mind. But before I was, like not completely insane, I would have to like lay down and like mentally regroup for like an hour after my stream because of how many, like, because think about it, right? You're reading, what do you call it? You're reading 100 messages a minute from different people. You're talking. You're looking at this. Like, it's a mental fucking overload to stream at least the way that I do, right? And so at least like this, brain bandwidth. Yeah, you only have so much brain bandwidth. So I think that in a much more, you know, a much lesser way, being on social media is going to do the exact same thing. Like you're scrolling down social media. What are you looking at? Okay, here's somebody dying. Okay, here's a girl in a bikini. My pussy in bio. Okay, here's a link to, oh, so somebody got blown up by a drone strike in Iraq. Oh, wow. Okay, oh, somebody else set themselves on fire for Palestine. Okay, great. Now we have, oh, wow, look at this. Donald Trump said that...
hang on, you give me a minute. What? Oh, I said too. Nope.
bleach has no calories, so you should drink it. Okay. Biden doesn't know that he's the president anymore. Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, wow, your favorite, you know, the guy that used to listen to his music, he released a new album. That's great. Okay, awesome. And then, oh, yeah, here's a picture of this dog, and it's being nice to a little
I'm wondering, what if I bring the arc light for special attack? Well, I could try swapping out the ring. Even here, they want the light bearer ring over. I can't afford that. They would use the arc light over that Sith or the rapier. I don't know. It's a smart idea.
If you want to hate life, then I have the perfect boss for you. Drop from a table. Most commonly, you will get an Abyssal bludgeon piece at a 1 and 2 with 70s I and use the restore pool, stamina, and antidote for my potions. Then I'm going to bring about 3 to 4 restores depending on how many kills you can get and how much damage you're taking. My rune pouch is blood, death, soul, and air runes, but if you have a regular rune pouch which can only carry 3 runes, and then you're just gonna have to have a 1 rune in your inventory with 3 being in the pouch, and you need these to cast the shadow spell. I bring Telly to house stats because, like I said, I have
What
a
we need for shadow spell?
but if you need to bring that dueling ring instead, you
There.
can, along with the Ardoin cloak. And then if you don't have the Lumbridge elites completed, you will need either a Draman or Lunar staff to actually use the fairy rings, but I don't, seeing as how I have the achievement. Then besides all of that, the rest of my inventory is just mana rays. If you're in iron, you can do sharks. Some people bring Karambwans for combo eating. I don't think this is necessary, especially because I don't take that much damage, but I guess just play around with it and see if you think you would benefit from Karambwans as well. And then what I actually bring for the range switch is bring a top and bottom Blessed, Anguish, Blowpipe, and my Assembler. Other options you could do is of course Accumulator instead of Assembler, Black D'hide instead of Blessed. You could do no necklace switch and just wear a Fury the whole time, or if you can't even afford that, you can try a Glory, but for the weapon, I would keep the Blowpipe regardless. Then for my equipped gear is standard.
I don't know. I don't
Slayer
have a
helmet,
special.
I'm wearing a Fury, but bring a Torture if you have it.
Like
Fire
one of those
Torso,
fancy
Hobby Leg,
weapons.
Arclight, Dragon Defender, Rod
So what if I just do
Ferocious Gloves, Dragon Boots, and Berserker Ring? Obviously, make upgrades or downgrades where you see fit. Maybe you don't have Ferocious Gloves, you can just wear Barrows. If you can afford better gear, such as the BCP or Tassets, go ahead. Primordial Boots, of course, if you can afford all of this. Hobby Legs are only 700k, so I wouldn't really use anything worse than these. You can actually bring a Barrows chestplate, such as the Torag's body, if you're taking a lot of damage, but I just stay with the torso for the strength bonus. In this example, I have a Arclight, which is actually the second best melee weapon to use after Tombs of Amasket came out. And if you are going to use an Arclight, you can bring a Dragon Warhammer for spec. Otherwise, you can use the spec of the Arclight, which I actually believe is better than a BGS, so just stick with the Arclight if you're using it. Like I said, Arclight isn't actually the best in slot anymore. The best weapon you can use here, and what I've done all of my kills with, is the Fang in combination with a Light Bearer. The damage this thing does is crazy, and the constant specs on the last phase of the fight is amazing. If you're able to afford a Fang and kills with is the Fang in combination
with the light bearer.
The damage this thing does is crazy, and the constant specs on the last phase of the fight is amazing. If you're able to afford a Fang and Light Bearer, I would absolutely bring these, as I did every single kill as I said, and I would never even touch the Arclight. Next we can talk about the actual fight of the Abyssal Sire before I show you a quick full kill with the Arclight as well as the Fang. Coming into the room, you can see there's 6 tentacles in the middle of the room, with 4 vents being split up with 2 on each side. Then in the back of the room will be the Abyssal Sire, where you will start the fight. For phase 1 of the fight, you will use your highest shadow spell, so for me it's Barrage, which will put him to sleep. Depending on which one you use affects the duration, so Barrage is the best, and this is about 30 seconds. You use this time to use your range setup to destroy the vents. Typically, for me, I destroy 2 vents, return to the middle, knock him out again, and finish by destroying the other 2. After that, you return to the middle where he will walk out from the wall, which begins phase 2 of the fight. Here, you're going to equip your melee gear, and you will no longer need your range switch for the rest of the fight. If you're using an arc light, this is where
So you
can
tell me I
spec
should
him.
just
If you
use
have
this
Dragon
one.
Warhammer, use that. Otherwise, just use the arc light. But you're going to want to protect melee and piety or whatever your highest offensive prayer is. If
I'm
you're
gonna go
using
back.
Fang, I want to say don't spec him right now. You're going to save that to the end of the fight. This part is straightforward. Besides his auto attacks, there's only 2 attacks he can use, which is creating a poison pool beneath you, which has a chance to poison, where you simply move 2 tiles away, or spawning a spawn, which will turn into a Scion after a short while, which you can pretty much ignore. After you get him to half HP, so 200 out of 400, this will begin the final phase of the fight. He will walk south to the middle of the room and plant himself in the ground. And make sure to switch your prayer from melee to range. He will start spawning Scions and spawns and putting pools beneath you more often. He will no longer auto-attack you and solely rely on these attacks. During this part of the fight, he will put a pool beneath you every, I want to say it's every 5 ticks. So the idea here is you stand on these 2 marked tiles, which you can mark before you even start the fight. You hit him once, and then move so the pool doesn't spawn under you. After you get him below 140 HP, will begin the last part of the fight. It's still the same phase, it's just the last mechanic. He will teleport you to the southwest tile, and after 2 ticks, he will explode for, I believe it's about 60 damage. All you have to do is run 2 tiles back, which you can see I also have marked, and then all you do is continue the rest of the fight like normal. If you use a Fang, this is where you're going to use all the specs. The reason being, after he uses the explosion, he will spawn up to 15 spawns, which turn into Scions, and this is where you take a majority of the damage while killing the Sire. Using the Fang specs with the Lightbearer, you can kill him extremely easy, hitting high 50s almost every hit. And then with the Lightbearer, by the time you get to this phase again on your next kill, you should have all of your specs back.
Okay,
so
that
I
makes
showed you the
sense.
mechanics. I'm just going to show you a fast-forwarded, accelerated example trip. As you see, I start in my player-owned house. Of course, you may be starting at the Ferox Enclave and fair-ringing the Ardoin Cloak, but I'm going to run to the southwest room. I think they're all
Yeah.
technically the same distance. I always just run to the southwest.
You just
If you
now
wanna
waking
start
up?
off by marking these tiles, you can see them on the floor. I mark all 6 of these if you want to pause.
Ouch.
Otherwise, I'm just going to start the fight by shadow barraging. I use my angler and ranging pot.
I see her
and then
thing. I was
start
like,
killing
man,
the
she
vents.
must have stayed
You
up
can
till
see on
like
the top
3,
left,
4
it's
a.m.
counting down when he will wake up, so if you don't get both vents, it's okay. I'm pretty sure you can knock him out an infinite amount of times, so sometimes you may need to knock him out 3 times if your blowpipe just keeps splashing. It's happened to me before, so it's not really a problem. Now that this last vent is dying, I'm going to run to this marked tile, which you should mark to. I switch to my melee setup, I pray melee piety, I dump both my arc light specs into him, and just start killing him like normal. Luckily, in this kill, he didn't use any of the mechanics, but if he was to put the poison pool beneath me, I would simply move. So once I get him below 200 HP, he's going to walk to the middle of the room. I had a big hit, so he's actually at 180, but it's any HP under 200. I'm going to switch to my range prayer and immediately attack him, and then move, attack, move. But as you see, I did so much damage, he's already below 140, so I'm just going to run back because I got teleported, and then continue like normal. It really is this simple, and the only difference I want to show with using the Fang is this. So with the Fang, I'm going to immediately attack him, and the Fang is a 5-tick weapon, so it works perfect. I attack, move, click him, wait for the attack or XP drop. If I get teleported, I instantly run back. As soon as he opens up, I use my spec on him, and then immediately click the spec button again, because as soon as I see that XP drop go off, I can immediately go to the other yellow tile and use my other spec. Sometimes you can kill him with just 2 to 3 specs, sometimes it will take more than 4 specs and you'll need to use autos, but the Fang being a 5-tick weapon works in your favor because you can easily wait for the XP drop and then immediately move. A quick tip I want to show you: if you keep clicking on the spawns and Scions extremely frequently, What you can do is run southeast once they all spawn to this tile you see me standing on right here. This is a safe spot, even though he's spawning them next to me still because I didn't wait long enough. But if you hold left shift and right click the spawns, you can make sure
Alright, didn't pay attention enough, y'all, and we took a hard. Almost got one shot. Almost got one shot. That would have been funky. I need to see. I love my Tahito things that I got for that with the air fryer. So crisp and shiny. They say there's breakfast ones. What else I can get to throw in that air fryer? What's up? I didn't mean to click that. I gotta put the money up. It's in my inventory slot that I need. I can get the fuck out of here. Damn. What happened over there? So what happened over there? That's just like most people. That's why everything they do is normally like on Facebook or some kind of social media. They just do it for publicity. Bitch hitting the fuck out of me. Dude. See, stream, this is where I get confused with watching these fucking YouTube videos. I'm wearing better gear than what they got in the fucking video, but yet I take twice the damage. Beat up so fucking bad. It's not even underneath me. Oh my god. One trip at a fucking time, I guess. I bet. I don't fucking get it. Motherfuckers. And this shit's fucking aggravating me this morning. I got like 50 plus more defense in all the categories and more strength and all than what these other people are wearing over here. But yeah, I'm taking 3 times the motherfucking damage. I don't get it. I'm about to get something that has more protection than Bandos. This Bandos ain't gonna work. put him to sleep. There we go. Oh shit. I was clicking over, you son of a bitch. So much fucking damage. God damn it! I don't get it. I don't get it. Is my bandos broken or something? Like, fuck me. I never did my birdhouse runs.
Select the left click option to no longer be attack, so you cannot accidentally click them while trying to walk on the yellow heal, but I would do this just on your first trip so you can make sure to mark them as walk instead of attack. And that's pretty much all you need to know about how to join the other two. After that, you return. You have a Dragon Warhammer, use that, otherwise just use the Arc Light, but you're going to want to protect melee and piety or whatever your highest offensive prayer is. If you're using a Fang, I want to say don't spec him right now, you're going to save that to the end of the fight. This part is straightforward.
I'm thinking stream, all these guys in the videos have 99 in all the stats. And that's what's making the difference. I don't have 99 defense and shit, like. What?
Take a look at the DPS of the best possible setups against the Abyssal Sire. Shadow edges on the Fang and is by far the best option for the vents. Now look at the setup suggested by the usual suspects. I know, DPS calculations never tell the full story. Any setup has its pros in it. Runes for Shadow Barrage and Blood Barrage in the pouch. It's slightly more efficient to also bring Bolt since you don't lose any inventory space, but I don't lie. This method is designed for the Shadow. You can get away with downgrading the rest of the gear as needed, but stick to melee if you don't have Shadow. It's not important for the method, but I'd recommend an Eldritch Staff since it auto.
What are you talking about? Expensive ass. 119 seconds. Just to kill the first phase. And then 83. So it says here it take me a minute. Oh, fucking no. I wasn't even standing there. Oh my god, get out of it. I'm fucking clicking, but the delay in the fucking clicks, dude. Come on, Aim the Blood Fury, heal me. Jesus. So many, dude. I can't kill this thing quick enough before they start tearing me up. don't think I can do another round. What happened? Fucking go to sleep. Talking about this fucking boss. Dude. That was definitely better. So at most I get 2 trips. Stream. I might have to go kill the regular Abyssal, whatever the fucks, because I'm just not geared and shit for this, I guess. This is a real pain in the ass. No idea how motherfuckers are getting 15, 20 trips a fucking run here. Oh, you did go to sleep. That motherfucker wakes up. Mm. Maybe my attack needs to be higher so I can land more actual hits on this bitch. Oh shit, no, 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 no. I didn't see it. That little thing does not pop up, I swear. Well, that was cheating. God, them little dudes tear me up, man. I don't fucking get it. That's half my food already. Alright, I need to bring less prayer, more food. This motherfucker's harder than getting a damn fire cape, man. Like shit. What happened? Oh, I guess it shot, but it never showed up. I wish those moon bosses could be considered a Slayer task. Damn it. God damn. Yeah, I would take gargoyles or something all fucking day over this boss. Dusk and Dawn gargoyle boss way fucking easier. Dusk and Dawn's even quicker. Fuck. Oh, that was cheating. That was cheating, motherfucker. The drops here suck ass. I really don't know who idea it was to make something like killing a boss only like a mil an hour if you can kill it good, which we can't. So we're probably only getting like 100K an hour. But yet they're going to take something that you only need like level 30 to fight, and you can make 3 mil an hour. Like, what the fuck? I'm not doing this guy no more. Ain't worth it. This shit makes me want to quit the fucking game right here. Wanted to. I don't know that's enough defense. I could try running a shield over there though. I imagine you can group these guys. So
girl, and oh wow, this is so cute. And then underneath that, Let's see. Maybe it's another drone strike. Yeah. So that's, and like you think about the emotional damage that does to somebody, I bet it does fuck people up. I really do. That's a lot to process. Yes, it's a lot to process, and you're processing it super, super, super fast. And I think another great example of this is that if you look at a lot of the, I guess I don't really have a lot here. Let me see if I can find any shorts that are like this. I can't. Sorry. But anyway, there's a lot of shorts where it's like a guy talking. Like, it's like Dr. K or Thor talking. And then underneath that, there's like a car driving around. Because people can't just focus on one person. They need to have dual sensory overload for them to be feeling like they're, they're fully thinking. Yeah, Subway Surfers, exactly. Every short, yeah. TikTok brain.
Yeah.
And I think that, I think it's getting pretty bad, man.
Oh, that's right. For Kate, we just wear this because of that. Yep. I need my slot, I need my ring. Not sure how this is going to go. Oh yeah, we needed oh, is that the actively traded price? Sweet, cheapest spot. Cool. Well, I'm trying to read. Boom. Done, done, done. Now, what did these fuckers drop? Some good shit. We need herb sack. Empty. All fire. And like itchy. What's the room pouch is bigger? No, we can't do that because we're on ancient spell book. Fuck. What do we need? I am level 82. So death face water. Just think of that. I get a little more death runs up in this bitch. Was that it? 16K of each. Okay. So I'll do this. I'll be a mill. Never mind. I ain't doing that. I need another cup of coffee. Coffee. Oh, fuck. All right, Sharon, give me a minute. Let me get some coffee. Hmm. So it looks like this. What is this? I hate Pinterest. Li-Fi, Amazon, grassy, weed, killer. One second, stream. I'm trying to. No, this kills everything. I'm not. Don't want to kill the grass I got there. Will it kill off the crabgrass? Damn, there's like seems to be nothing that works. I'll figure this out later. I guess I just call it a crabgrass. There's Abyssal Demons right there. Get the cones. There's a group here, a group up there. Don't seem to be too many. One, two. It's only like four here. More over there. I just half health that motherfucker with a mythical dart. All the time. God, these things are so loud. Why? The volume in this game is like weird. Volume's at like 9%, but shit's fucking loud.
We need a holiday to effectively fast from the feed. I think that it's very good for people to take time off of social media to do that. And I think that this kind of stuff, this is amazing. I'm going to link you guys the article, too. Like, this is so cool. I can't game without you in the background. Have you ever seen a video clip? Welcome to the internet, it's gold. No, I'm not sure if I have. But here's really what I'm saying. Is that... Because, like, I had this experience with Dragon's Dogma 1. Because... So, I was so hyped up to play Dragon's Dogma 1. And then whenever I played it on stream... I had such a bad experience, right? I hated that stream. It was the worst stream ever, right? And I was so mad that it happened. Because, like, I had looked forward to this so much. I was like, oh, man, like, I really can't wait to play this game. I'm so excited to play this. Like, I'm going to play this, and the second game is going to come out. I'm so happy. And then I do that, and it was awful. And I was like, no. No, I'm not going to let this happen to myself. And I came back, and I played the entire game, and I turned off everything else besides the game. I wasn't listening to a YouTube video in the background. I wasn't watching somebody stream. I wasn't listening to music. I just turned off the other monitors. I didn't really turn them off. I just stopped looking at them. And I played the game. I didn't look up the guide on how to beat the game as fast as possible. I just played the game. It was amazing. It was incredible. Holy fuck, it was so good. Oh my god. It was amazing. I had so much fun. And I think to myself, why is it that we go and we do something that we know is bad? Well, I mean, that we know is bad, but we like to do it anyway. I'm drinking soda. Here's another fucking example right here, right? And so, yeah, what game? It was called Dragon's Dogma. It's the first game. There's a new one that came out. The new one's pretty good, too. It's a great game. But the first one has a little bit more magic to it, I would say. And the great sword jump attacks are way better. So, yeah. It gives good brain stuff. Yeah, exactly. And so, same with Dark Souls 1. No, I played Dark Souls 1 on stream, and I loved it. I played Dark Souls 2 off stream, and I hated it. Then I played Dark Souls 2 on stream, and I also hated it. Because it's a piece of shit game, and anybody who likes it's an idiot. So, yeah, anyway... I think that there have been other games that I played off stream. So, like, I'm going to take you guys through, like, a few off-stream games that I did. Let's see. Where's an off-stream game? I don't do a lot, right? But I do occasionally. I played through Elden Ring a little bit off-stream, but that doesn't really count. Enshrouded. I played Enshrouded a bit more off-stream. Really enjoyed it a lot. Hades 1. I played all of Hades 1. I never streamed a single minute of this game. I put 37 hours into it. Incredible fucking game. Oh my god, it's so good. Hades 2 is a great game, but I think the story in Hades 1 so far is way better for, like, the same point in time. Although, of course, I know the story isn't finished with Hades 2. I feel like Hades 1 was just, oh my god, it was so great. Let's see, I'll go to some other ones. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll down, make sure I can find any more of them. I've uninstalled some of these, so that's why I wanted to make sure that I got all of them. I think another, well, like, the other big example that I have, that I was, like, kind of thinking about is Valheim. I have put 300 hours into Valheim. And my first 200 hours of this game were not on stream. I never spent a single minute on stream playing this game. All I did was I just played it in my... I remember I stayed up for 30 hours straight playing Valheim. New update. Have you played it? Not yet. I'm waiting for it to come out of beta. And I think to myself, how is it that I had such an incredible transformative experience, but then whenever I play a new game, I'm constantly trying to information max? Because I feel like that's what's happening, right? It's out? Oh, for real? Why do they do this? Why do they do this to me? There's too many games. There's too many games, man. I can't keep up. This is crazy. Nuts. How do they have so many fucking games? I don't know what to say. That's not a bad problem to have. Yeah, bro, imagine me telling this like somebody like starving in like a third world country. There's too many video games for me to play. Yeah, for sure. But like still, I don't even know what to say. Hades 2 is still 10 months away from being finished. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I think that people try to mentally overload themselves. And I was watching I think this is actually the Dr. K video that I watched on stream, that he was saying that like he spent a lot of time trying to like min-max his life. And I think that that takes away a certain amount of, what's the word for this? Oh geez. Thoughtfulness? Mindfulness. It takes away a certain amount of mindfulness that you have of your life. And, presence. Yeah, exactly. Focus. And you're just constantly being bombarded with information and thinking. And I know that for me, like, it definitely fucks with your head. Yeah, mindfulness. Yeah, exactly. And, I think that this data, I think this is, it's crazy because I don't, like, nobody's talking about this. I feel like this is a really big deal. Am I crazy? This is huge. Right, 300 hours in Valheim? Yeah, shut up. Yeah, it's a very, very big deal. It's the, you blame the vaccine? For sure. You're totally right. Everything that you think is right. Obviously, nobody talks about it online because they need people to be there. Yeah, there you go. Strategic games take longer to learn. Dr. K also mentions this, but summarizes most of the issue on today's topic. Basically, any form of electronic simulation like social media and gaming can turn the brain into mush. They deactivate areas that need to be there to think critically. Yeah. And look at how popular gacha games are. Every game having autoplay now. Yeah, I think this is going to keep getting a lot worse. I'm going to be honest. I think this is just, this is only the beginning of the end. Oh, I lost my job to AI. Uh-oh. Such a good video. All right, let's watch it.
Hello. I don't know if anyone does live commentaries anymore where they talk about...
Yeah, we do. It's the easiest thing to do, so everybody does it.
something that's happened in their life.
Yeah.
And the background is, gameplay. But that's what this is today. So, something a bit different. It's still Halo gameplay as you'd expect from this channel. But the topic of discussion is that I just lost my job. And I lost it to AI, which is very unfortunate.
Wow.
I think many people joke about the fact that, oh...
This is a Halo 3 map. Because you go inside, there's a pathway down into here to this other area, and then this has 2 levels on it. And there's a gravity boost right here at the top. I remember this.
AI is going to take all our jobs, and we're all going to get replaced, especially within my industry, which is graphic design.
Ooh.
My job, I've been a graphic designer for the past 8 years of my life, and I've worked at this specific company for 6 years. You would think that being one of the longest running employees, being there 6 years, having a wage increase almost every year and being very much valued because I was the only graphic designer left, you'd think they want to keep me on as much as
He just self-reported. He just self-reported.
running employees, being there 6 years, having a wage increase almost every year and being...
I think I know why they got rid of you. I could put 2 on top of 2 here, and I think I know what happened. Too expensive,
very much
yeah.
valued because I was the only graphic designer left. I think they want to keep me on as much as possible. I mean, I barely was allowed to take holiday because I was the only designer. So if I was off, then nobody could cover for me, and the company ended up with work stacking up. However, over the past 3 months, I'd say, I've noticed that my schedule at the company became like less and less cluttered, and it got...
You know, I heard that they do this in Japan, where, like, they don't fire you, they just don't give you any more work, and then eventually you figure it out and you just leave. They just cut you out. Yeah, that's just, to me, that shit's funny. They took my stapler. Yeah, exactly.
Point where I was getting paid for a 7-hour and 30-minute day, and some days
Just
only
fix the
doing
glitch,
2
yeah.
hours of work, which obviously was great for me. I loved it.
Uh-huh. Wait,
Got up
what was
at 9
this?
o'clock, paid for a 7-hour and 30-minute day, and some days only doing 2 hours of work, which obviously...
Guys, I mean, to be fair, bro, if I lost this job, my video would have been an hour. I would have been fucking furious, man. I'd have been
was great for me.
pissed.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Got up at 9 o'clock because it was work from home as well. I do 2 hours.
Man.
Sounds like the guy wasn't worth his pay.
Ooh.
Hours of work, and I'd have nothing left to do for the rest of the day. Maybe some revisions / amends would come in at 3 or 4 o'clock.
Maybe
I'd
do a
do
little
those for
bit.
20-30 minutes, and that'd be my day. I'd essentially do between 2 and 3 hours of work and get paid for 7.5. It was great for like 3 or 4
Damn,
months.
Brock guys suck dick. How the fuck do you turn around? That was fucking garbage. How does he not know where he went?
2 and 3 hours of work and get paid for 7.5. It was
Yeah.
great for like
2 or
3 or 4
3
months.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, on Monday this week, I got told that I'm being made redundant, and I was thinking, how could this
How do you, like, here's the thing, right? I feel like you could have predicted this was going to happen. Like, I remember whenever I used to work at the IRS, is like, whenever we would end work and we would spend 3 hours doing nothing, you knew that we were about to all get let go. Like, it's about to be over. Like, they're going to stop giving us money. Yeah, writings on the wall. Yeah, exactly.
possible? You clearly need a graphic designer. The company I work at is a
Hello?
marketing agency who does email and web design for clients.
Well, you have to think about it from the CEO's
Yeah,
perspective.
9:30 is drop off. Or
We could have a graphic designer. Well, why don't we just have Cheryl,
alrighty,
who
no
works
problem. I'll be
at
there.
the office at the desk? Why don't we just have Cheryl
Alright,
just
bye.
make something up in Photoshop, do something in ChatGPT? Yeah, just have her do it. That's easy. You know, we'll give her a pizza party. You know, like give her like, why don't we just order something nice for her on Friday, and we'll just give her 2 jobs.
And
There it is.
yeah, I was a bit confused on that one. And then I did a bit of digging,
I'm not.
asked a few people.
I'm
It
not.
turns out basically all of the material that I've provided over the
Oh.
past 6 years is now being fed to AI and templated. So
So basically, he worked hard so they could fire him. Yep. Is that legal? Of course it's legal. It's absolutely legal. Yeah, they're paying him for the work. It's their property.
a design that would take me 30 minutes now takes AI 30 seconds. As it's been trained on all my templates, essentially I think it just literally reuses my templates, and then they can input the hex codes they want the email or the website design to be, drag and drop in
Ooh.
the client's logo, upload the client's
Yep.
font, and boom, it will generate
It's done.
my template for using their brand assets. And I thought, it makes sense from a business point of view, but it's extremely
sure does.
silly. It puts me out of a job. My immediate thought was, well, let's go to some competitor companies and see if they're looking for designers. I've looked
They'll be looking for a designer for 6 months. Be a 6-month contract.
at between 10 and 15 competitors, and every single other competitor is doing the exact same thing. Some of
Well,
them,
you think about it from the business's perspective. Why would you pay some fucking guy that you're just paying more and more money every year that only does a few hours of work every single day, a full salary, to do what you could program a computer to do? What person wouldn't make this decision? And he's sitting at home, yeah. Everybody would make this decision. Why would you not? Exactly, yeah, that's it.
even boasting about it on their website,
Yes.
and going as far as simply inputting your website URL, it will extract all
That
the
was nice, that
assets
was really
and
good.
learn about that website, and then artificially generate email and web templates for your brand. That is insane. Like, email and web designers are going to be completely out of jobs this year. Like,
Yep, that's right. So, like 100 years ago, one of the biggest industries in the world was whaling. Now it's not. And like, making horseshoes. That's just the way it is, bro. Like, shit changes. Watch the industry change. Yep, that's it. What the hell is an email designer? Well, you have to figure out like what emojis to use. And do you use thank you or sincerely? Well, you have to pay $60,000 a year to find out.
it just removes the need for us completely. And I think the graphic design industry is where most people cracked jokes about AI taking over. Oh, AI generation can't do it. It messes up the hands, or it gets things.
Dude, anybody who was saying that, like, I feel like you could not have above a room temperature IQ and say that. You had to have been dumb. You had to be like, I mean, I'm not talking about like dumb. I'm talking about like dumb.
Wrong, and it clearly looks like AI. But those days are past us. Like,
Of course.
AI progresses incredibly fast, and I've
Who
used
didn't
some
think
of it
this was gonna
myself to
happen?
see if it actually works. And I've asked some people, like, hey, here's this drawing I did as a concept for like a video
And then
game.
he's trying to ask them if they could tell if it was AI or not. So does this? By the way, does Halo Infinite? Do they do the same thing like Valorant does? Whenever you kill somebody, you loot their weapon, and then it has like their skin for like what a assault rifle is. Because I saw that guy shot the dude with the sniper, and then he picked up a black and red sniper. That's cool.
Character or a weapon or an environment,
Yeah.
and they can't tell that it's AI anymore.
There it is.
It's
I fucking
progressed
knew it.
so-
I fucking knew it. Because it's always these fucking pretend smart people that are like, I could tell this is AI. Yeah, because it says it's AI, idiot. But like, whenever they're actually able to see it, like, this is the best thing. Oh, I hate CGI in movies. And then like, their favorite movies have CGI. But they don't know that. Because it's good CGI.
Far that I genuinely think within the next 6 to 12 months, many, like thousands, even tens of thousands of graphic designers will lose their jobs. And it's a serious problem because it's the main skill I have. I've been a graphic designer professionally since I was 19.
That's right.
I'm now 27, about to turn 28, so almost 10 years.
And you
of my
think about it, right? Like, because let's step back for a second. Like, obviously, like, it's like we can talk about this, but like I'm like on like a like a worldwide level, but like on a personal level, bro, this sucks. This really sucks. Like, I feel really bad for this guy. Like, at 27, your career is just like deleted. That's horrible. Yeah, like I can absolutely empathize with the way he feels. It's terrible.
life. I went to college for this. You're going to tell me that I literally went to college for something that's now going to be redundant in the industry.
Oh, bro, I mean, this guy doesn't even have an American accent. Imagine if you went to college and it took you $70,000 and you've got a, you know, fucking, what's it called? Indentured servitude for the rest of your life.
What am I supposed to do? Like, my fallback plan is literally
did
a
that hit him?
retail job, which I obviously don't want to do.
Yep.
I have minor experience in game design.
Oh, they'll replace that too. Yeah, they'll replace that too. Retail will be replaced primarily by robots. And you've already seen it happen. And you're seeing a lot of forms of like soft replacement. And like AI is just a form. It's like a branch or like a head of the technology hydra. So with AI, that's only one head, but there's also the head of automation and technology, just in general improvements in technology. Like how many, like back in the day, how many of y'all grew up in the 90s and you would go to like Albertsons or you'd go to like, I don't know, fucking Publix or some of these other like grocery stores around the country, and there'd be like 18 lines open. The year is 1999, right? Now, the only time that there's 18 lines open is probably like, I don't know, like Christmas, you know, that's about it. Like Black Friday. Now there's 2 open.
But nothing that will land me a middleweight job. I'd have to get an entry-level job and
That's
take
right.
a massive pay cut
Yes.
of probably £4,000 to £6,000 a year. It's an incredibly difficult position to be in. I have a
Yes.
house. I have a mortgage to pay. I have bills. I
Yes.
thought I was financially stable.
Nope.
So I have a couple things on
You
finance.
can never rely on a company to care about you. Every company will use and abuse you and throw you away at the first inconvenience that is not beneficial to them. Companies don't care about you. You shouldn't have any loyalty to them. You should have loyalty to some of the people that you've worked with for a long period of time. And maybe even to the person who manages you. But the company as a whole, absolutely not.
Because obviously
One of the reasons I try to tell people get these government jobs working for the county or like here the parish or working for the state. Like it's actually pretty hard to get fired from some of them government jobs. You can do some fucked up shit and not get fired. You have to do something bad to get fired. But just to let you go, like it's hard to get just let go from a government job. And then you get retirement, so you're not working at 80 years old at a grocery store. What's up, Lou? Yeah, I learned this morning it's Wednesday. I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was Tuesday. Come on.
I thought I had money coming in every month.
Yeah.
And the redundancy pay I'll get will cover me for maybe 3 to 4 months, and then I'll be out of money. So I have 3 to 4 months to figure out my situation, which luckily is a decent amount of time. But other people won't be so fortunate. The only reason I get a good redundancy package is that because I was there for 6 years, right? Some people who have only been at a company for 1 or 2 years will not get a good redundancy package. It will be 1 month's wages, and they send you on your way.
Of course. And I think this is just going to be more and more common. And it's like once it happens to enough people, like the problem right now is that it's happening slow enough for average people to not care about it. And I also think that there's a lot of average people that are like, oh, yeah, you're making pictures on a computer. That's not a real job. Too bad.
What the fuck? That is loud as shit, woman. A little bit, but that's So your mic try to pick up everything. That shit was louder than what my shit's playing. She's like, I'm done. Well, you just call me later or something. Man, these things teleporting around is a pain ass.
You know, now it's time to go be a construction worker and be a real man. So, like, you have a lot of, what is this? Like, inter-class warfare, I guess you could say, where it's like people are fighting each other and, like, celebrating whenever something bad happens to people that they think that they have bullshit jobs. And so, like, nobody's really thinking about, like, the bigger picture of, like, the guy. It's like, basically, you know, there's 10 pieces, a rich guy takes 9 pieces, he takes the last piece, he cuts it in half, he gives half to a plumber, or half to, you know, a construction worker, half to a graphic designer, and then he says, hey, that construction worker took half your piece. That's basically what happened. It's crazy how easy it is to control people. It's unbelievable.
That's how it works in the UK. I don't know how it works in other countries. It could be worse.
It's crazy to hear him talk about this, like all the writing is on the wall and he feels like it happened out of nowhere. Yeah, he definitely should have known this was going to happen. You're right. Yeah, and I also want to talk about this too, because like there's going to maybe be some comments about this, you know, later on. But I totally empathize with his position. I think it's horrible what happened to him. But he was naive to not expect this. He should have absolutely expected this. The writing was on the wall. You can't expect to have a pay raise every single year. You work from home for a couple of days an hour, or a couple hours a day, and they're just going to pay you for this? Why would they pay you for 8 hours of work if you're not working 8 hours? I mean, come on. Like, if somebody did 3 hours of work for you and they wanted 8 hours of pay, would you want to give them the money? No.
Depends how good the work is.
That's it. So, but it sucks. It really sucks that this is happening to people.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm not stressing too much right now because obviously
you should be.
I'm good for a few months. I can look for
Absolutely
jobs.
Should be.
And I do know that obviously if I absolutely have to, I can land myself some kind of retail or warehouse or sales like entry-level job, and I'll have enough money to survive. However, this like growth of AI in the industry is gonna completely destroy like my hopes and dreams of becoming
you know, is there a bigger, badder these motherfuckers? There is a bigger, badder. Oh my God. I hate when it does that. It won't come out. All right. Text me later. Baby. We're going to hit some of this Northern Lights. and get this fucking rubber piece up. Where are you going? Oh my god. Well, I just had his attention already. He's walking away. I never took my pill this morning. I almost wonder if I should just come here with melee.
Hey guys, it's Rainy Nights. I'm going to tell you about the Abyssal Demon. So if you're getting tired of some other monsters, it's because I would like to stay here as long as possible. It does have a special attack, an elemental L shape right there. Disposable GP. That person's using thralls. I've never seen that before. Very interesting. And there's going to be another person there.
So he just
the
came in
mechanics
with
of the
melee.
Abyssal Demons. They look pretty scary, right? They have high health or high combat level and high health and all that, but they're actually not scary at all. The only special thing about Abyssal Demons is that they have a 1 out of 6 chance to either teleport you or themselves in a certain number of tiles away. And this effectively does nothing, but it makes barraging hard and it kind of messes up auto-retaliate as well. The other bad thing about these guys here is that they're not aggressive. So we have to manually press every one. So there's 2 things you can do here. Option number 1 is the one that I prefer. I prefer to Divine Super Combat, leave Piety on, and kill one at a time. And I'm using the attack style that my gear can benefit from the most. So the Arclight has better slash than stab for me. So I prefer to do this. I like to kill them one at a time with Piety on. And a nice little level right there. Can do the Kraken now. Pretty cool. So this is...
Yeah, the variable probably be a fucking amazing.
Hey guys, but you can boost with while inventory wise you're gonna need my imbued heart, which Equip your darts and take each Abyssal Demon on one of the sides so they aggro you.
I guess I am doing it right.
You know, a senior or like creative lead at a company, having my own
Yeah, that's right.
juniors underneath me, apprentices, stuff like that. Like, that is my realistic goal. Obviously, my unrealistic goal is to run my own company or do YouTube or something like that.
No,
My
no, no,
realistic
no,
goal
don't
is
you
to
go
have
that way.
would be a senior / lead design position, and it seems like that's
Well,
less
why
and
would
less.
you need a lead design position if you could just have somebody do it with the machine? Like, think about how many blacksmiths we used to have. We still have blacksmiths, but there's not as many as there were whenever King Arthur was around. Just the way it is.
Less likely to happen now because of the rise of AI.
And more jobs will become redundant, and there will be a lot of jobs that people won't expect that become redundant that will happen overnight, and it will be a surprise to everyone.
So yeah, as I said, I understand it from the company's perspective. I spoke to my boss about it. I very much understand his point of view.
Yeah, of course.
And letting people go isn't easy, but look, if you can let go of a couple designers and you save yourself tens of thousands a year, I do understand it from a business point of view.
Of course, and I think that anybody who thinks that the company should keep those people, every single one of the people that are saying that and think that don't really believe it. Because if it came down to their 401k or it came down to their investment profile, they would want to see that investment profile and that 401k grow in the biggest way possible. So it's very easy to say, oh, the company should have just kept them on anyway. Yeah, you can say that because you don't have any sort of, there's no consequence to you to say that. And this is kind of what I'm saying, is that there's a lot of people that are extremely generous with other people's money.
Just sucks that this technology exists. So yeah, that's my current situation.
Well,
it's not
everybody
great.
wants good
The
shit and
past
cheaper, and I
40 to
think that'd
50
be the
days
only
have
way
been
to
terrible
do
for
it.
me.
Yeah, I bet.
I've lost my job. I had a secondary side business with my friend selling little plush toys. He's pulled out of that, so that business might not happen anymore either. And then my video game, which was like a third-person Halo game called Cross Planet, is also no longer in production because of disagreements and conflicts within the team. A couple staff members didn't agree with things, couldn't align and have a clear vision, so the project is ending after 3.5 years. So my whole
Just replace the staff with AI and then make the game yourself. Problem solved. I mean, you already explained what the issue was. Yeah, I feel like you, instead of complaining about the problem, why don't you just become part of the problem instead? Hey, how about that? If you can't beat them, join them.
schedule as I know it has been torn from me. I have 24 hours in a day and absolutely 0 of them are allocated to something. I'm just completely free. Like, some may see it as a good opportunity to change my life around and dive into something new, but that's dangerous and quite scary. My boss told me that if he thinks
I'm
that,
sure it's terrifying. God, that'd be awful. Yeah.
I would be happiest if I freelanced or if I ran my own business. Obviously, those things are true, but like I said, I have a mortgage to pay and bills and stuff like that. And freelance is not sustainable for some people. You might have 2 months where you're
Yeah, my mom had this. She was a freelance editor, and she would work sometimes, and then other times she wouldn't have a job for like 6 months.
extremely successful,
Yeah.
and then you can have 5 where for some reason you just struggle to sell. In that situation, I would quite
Yeah,
literally
feast or
lose
famine.
my house.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy just said he has nothing right now. Not a zero. So why can't he do some graphic design even on Fiverr while he's trying to get another job or whatever? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people on Fiverr, and the good people get paid good money for all kind of different design shit, whether it's streaming or logos, whatever. Like, if you're a good designer.
it's an extremely scary thing to dive into. I don't think any of my family would recommend trying to use my redundancy pay to keep me alive and start my own business. It's just it's not the ideal situation. Is the last thing that I'd try and do. So yeah, that's it.
That's also why a lot of people don't understand about some business owners. Like the story with Axe and Sledge, fucking that shit's so cool. They, two of the owners, they went in together, even sold their cars and had to walk to where their business was located just to try to make their business survive. And then one guy ended up even selling his house out. Him and his wife moved in with the other guy and his wife. They were living broke as fuck, but now look at them. Millions of dollars every year coming through and shit. And you got people, oh, must be nice to have that. Like, no, they put in the time, the work, the effort. When it comes into, oh, that must be nice. That's kids that were born into money. But then again, someone along the way had to do something to earn that shit.
There's the live comp for today. That's the situation I'm.
Speaking of that, we talked to a guy the other day about streaming. You know, he's been trying to stream. He ain't getting nobody in. I'm trying to tell him about YouTube videos and then you need to post on TikTok. Well, I don't want to do all that. So you only want to stream for 2 hours a day. And that's it. No longer. You don't want to make YouTube videos or TikToks or anything, Instagram. But yet, you think you should be able to become partnered with Twitch in like a month. What the fuck? Like, it's always the same. Well, so-and-so didn't do all that and they're big. And like, did they know somebody? Oh yeah, it was, who was it? Child's brother, someone's brother. I'm like, get the fuck. How do you compare them to you? And you're like, well, so-and-so was like that. He was a professional player at that game before he started streaming. How can you compare?
In does leave me.
Yeah, I mean, that really sucks, man. It really does. And what's your advice for people who are like this? I could give advice, but like, I don't really understand like what the job market's like, because the last time I tried to get a job was like 10 years ago. And so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But like, if I was him, I would try to position myself to have a, like, some sort of like senior role, because he does have 6 years of experience at a company. And he wasn't fired for incompetency. They just made his job irrelevant. So I think that he would probably have to change the way that he provided value to a company to, instead of providing value through his skills, he would have to provide value through his management with other people that have those skills. That's probably what he would have to do. Because if he understands it well, he can help manage people for that. And that's like, that's if he wants to stay in this job. But I don't, like, I mean, again, you know, what do I know? A lot of people aren't given that opportunity, though. Well, then take it. Nobody is going to give you an opportunity. Give you an opportunity. No, that doesn't happen. You have to take things. You have to push for it and try to get it. Yeah, nobody's going to just, like, give him a job.
With a lot of time to do YouTube.
And also, like, this is a thing that I did at the IRS, is that I did 3 jobs. Like, I did security, I did, like, basically I did, like, paperwork processing, and then, like, they call it batching, which is, like,
I want to make
you know, like,
move
large
over.
amounts of paperwork processing to, like, different places. and I would like check to make sure there were like no problems in them. And so like because I had 3 jobs effectively that I was doing regularly, the company was less likely to get rid of me, right? Or the company, IRS, was less likely to get rid of me. So like any fuck up that I made didn't matter as much because I was creating more value. So I think that really, if you're at a job and you feel like you're getting kind of like a very easy job and things are super easy for you, you should expect that that won't last, because it's really not fair to the company that they're paying you all day for something that you're not doing all day. It's really simple. It's not fair. So why would they keep doing that? And so what you have to do is you have to find, like, basically, I always view responsibility as power. So if you are responsible for a lot of things, you're less likely to be removed because it would be harder to solve the problem without you. Basically, position yourself as a problem solver and solve problems that makes management's life easier. That's all people want. Just figure out what their problem is and figure out a way to solve it. To be honest, they probably only keep doing your job is highly skilled. You can't be replaced. Yeah, exactly. But this is, again, like I haven't been looking for a job like for a long time. So this is just like, cause I'm always like an asshole. I'm a fuck up, right? I'm an idiot. And so I thought to myself, I'm like, well, I don't want to get fired from this job, right? I'm getting paid a lot of money. This is great. So I want to work as hard as I can so they will never fire me. So like, that's why I did it this way. You have to become irreplaceable. Yeah. And like you can see that in like software development companies, and you see all of these like young, like, 28-year-olds, and they're like, really, they're dressed in a suit and everything's totally fine. And then there's one guy that's like in the back and he's wearing cargo shorts with a Hawaiian shirt, and like he's got a gray beard. He's 36, and he's getting paid probably more than half of them put together. You want to be that guy. Yeah, you want to be the wizard.
Take a week or two to myself, and then after that, I'm going to be heavily looking for another position
works
and
the
see
least.
how it
Yep.
goes. So maybe over the next like
So
2
valuable
weeks
at what they
we'll
do,
see
they can't
more
replace
YouTube
them.
videos or
That's
something.
right.
But
He's the only
chance
one who knows how to
YouTube
use the
turning
old
into
system.
something that actually brings in money is very unlikely. I do make a bit of revenue from YouTube, but it's nothing really. Somewhere in the region of 20 to 40 pounds a month, which is absolutely not enough to even pay my food. Never mind to pay my mortgage. My YouTube channel is nowhere big enough. It's just the money that I get from YouTube is enough to buy myself like a nice pair of shoes at the end of the month, or I don't know. It pays for a bit of food, or maybe if something needs repairing.
Come
or
on,
I want a
fucker,
new
stack up
game,
for me.
Yeah, it's rough.
YouTube is the same with a lot of things. It's like it's another entertainment industry income thing, where like people in the entertainment industry, most people don't make any money, and then some people make all the money.
Man, waking up at 5 a.m. is no good,
And June proved to be more positive. We'll see. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video, and goodbye. If you're a graphic designer watching this as well, man, I highly recommend learning some new skills while you can.
Yeah, true.
And don't ever template things. Don't provide the company you work for the templates.
There it is, right? Again, you have to always be your own biggest advocate. You are always on your side. Always advocating for yourself. Always doing what's best for you. Every single time, all the time. The moment that you start helping somebody else out too much, well, then that's what could happen. He's young now. Yeah, I know. Trade skills are always useful. Yeah. You want to talk about getting another job in another sector, like, then he could do anything, right? But, like, I'm just saying that if he wants to work in this type of work, I feel like that's what's, like, that's, like, and also, like, if you work probably at a smaller company, I can only talk from, like, my own personal experience, but, like, I place a tremendous amount of value in a person who can create new ways to solve problems. Like, for example, like, oh, hey, you know, like, this is this new tool. Like, I think we can use this to make more money, right? Or whatever. People that solve, and again, it goes back to.
I mean, from the sounds of
most,
it,
what do
that
people
guy
give
just
you
wanted to
money
do
for?
bare minimum.
If you distill it down,
Yeah,
give you
always do
money for
bare
solving a
minimum. Of
problem.
course, you're gonna be let go.
whether that problem is, you know, they want to watch porn, then you solve that problem. If that problem is they're bored, well, then you solve that problem. You have a TV show, you have a video game. If your problem is they have a headache, you have a headache, well, then you solve that problem, give them Advil. So figure out a problem that people have and then solve the problem. That's it. So you can do that, and I think that also, like, doing that in a micro scale at a company is a smart thing to do. Yeah, give solutions to problems. Yes, solve problems. See a need, fill the need. Exactly.
Claim your work takes longer than it does, so that you can have time to yourself to look into other jobs, maybe. Do whatever you can.
I'm seeing a lot of advice like this. Yeah, to like lie about how much work you're doing. Always do this. Always lie to the company. Always misrepresent things that are beneficial to yourself that can't be verified. Because if you don't do that, then they could use that against you. You are always your own biggest advocate. Fuck everybody else. Do what's good for you.
And rinse the company.
Good way to get a bunch of people fired.
You know, at the end of the day, companies don't owe you anything. They're not obligated to keep you. If they find a way to get rid of you and replace you with AI, they will do. Don't ever feel obligated to provide a company what it needs. Give them the bare minimum, and you know, that's it.
And he already was giving them the bare minimum. Now he's wondering why he's fired.
Focus on yourself. Yeah. Right. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video.
Jeez, this sucks, man. I feel really bad for the guy.
Oh, it sucks, but so many people just want to do bare minimum.
I think in general, there should be benefits for the workers rather than the company whenever there's an advancement in technology or automation. I think that's true, but it shouldn't come from the company, because if it comes from the company, then you're...
I worked the job, and I worked my ass off. I was there for a few years. I even had a time coming down Old Highway. A brick came off a guy's trailer and fucking smashed my windshield, broke a headlight, dented the hood. I still went to work. So many people, oh, nah, you ain't got to go to work. Don't go to work. You got a good excuse. First of all, I wanted to get paid. Then my boss was so happy I came to work because of all the shit I did at work. I remember lunchtime, I was going to go fix the shit. Run the safe light or something, get my shit fixed, made the headlight windshield, fuck the dent in my hood and everything. When I walked out for lunch, my car was already fixed. Already taken care of. I went in there and I was like, who fixed my truck? Like, I was gonna go to lunch, get it fixed. Boss is like, don't worry about it, take your lunch, you good. I'm like, okay, I'll talk to him later. He's like, I was just happy you showed up to work. I'm like, sweet. I almost feel like sometimes I should have stayed with that job, but I left there for the military.
Effectively punishing the company for innovation. So I agree with you in essence, and I think that's what should happen, but I don't think that the company should do that. That should be something that's done by the government. A company...
It's also why back in like 2004 to 2007, getting $25 an hour.
A company's responsibility is to provide a product or a service and to make money. A government's responsibility, in my opinion, is to protect and serve the people. And I think that this is the government's responsibility, not the company's. That's my opinion. But anyway, yeah, I think this is going to become more and more common. And obviously, graphic designers are going to be pretty much first up on the chopping block. But you're going to see a lot more of this stuff happening. It's going to be very, very, very common. Now, what about international companies? Well, yeah, and there's a million other questions about that, but that's generally what my perspective is, right? He'll make it. I have faith in the guy. Sounds like he wants to succeed. Yeah, and like also he probably made this video where it's like this just happened this week, and like obviously like how many of you guys have had like a really negative like bad reaction to something really early on, and then like you take a step back, you gather your thoughts, and you're like, okay, this is how I want to move forward. This is what I want to do. He was still emotional? Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I think is going to happen much more.
Another thing with this guy, I'm not sure where he lives. You could probably start just for side money, extra money. Not only can you do Fiverr, do designs for people, you could probably give classes on graphic design. So there's a lot of people that probably want to know how to do some minimal shit that to him is probably as simple as all fucking get out. Like, look at all the streamers, you know, they're trying to figure out, oh, I want a new logo, whatever, or the little emotes in here. Like, if you could teach that little nonsense for some people, they'd pay for that.
Or much more for him. But I might video for follow-up. No, I might watch that at some point, maybe tomorrow or something, but I figured I'd just watch this one now. My brother got 7 years of graphical design, did 4 months of AI prompting for similar reason. He's sick of clients seeking him. He's just telling about AI needs to work properly. Well, again, people are not paying you, and this is like another thing with like, this goes into like artists that overvalue what they do. People don't care how hard you work on something. People
How good
want
is it?
this tool. They're looking for a jigsaw puzzle piece that fits into their puzzle. They don't care how you made it. They don't care, like, so if you can use AI to solve their problem, then to them, it's just as good. Now, people might perceive value that takes longer, but they will never act on that. There will only be the perception. How do you feel about small local mom and pop stores that who need their employees to be engaged when offering sharing of profits and internal growth depending on those profits? I think it really just depends on what happens. I don't think that there's really a decision that you can make in one direction or another. I think the truth is that, like, for anything like this, you really just have to base it off of what's happening at that time. Like, I don't know. I think it's each company is going to be different. Here, he made a second video on what he plans to do next. Well, good for him. How does this apply to streaming? How does this apply to streaming? I think that there's a lot of streamers who get really attached to one game, and then that one game falls off and they don't know what to do. Like, have you guys ever seen like a streamer that's like really popular for like a singular game, and then like they try to branch off of that game and they can't do it because nobody likes watching them? And it's like, you see this all the time. Like with WoW, you see it with Diablo, you see it with League of Legends, you see it with tons of people, right? And
Seen that, but also seen the way it, like me, if you switch games too much, people hate that. They want to see the same game. So then you play the same game, you just hope it's popular enough to keep your people.
not really me. I mean, that may be me back
Keep
in the day,
everybody
but
on.
not anymore. And so most of those people have boring personalities, though. Exactly. So they're
That's
boring. They
me.
don't know why people watch them. So like people think that
I know
oh,
why people don't
watch
watch
me
me.
because they think I'm funny. No, they don't. They watch you because you're good at the game, and they like you being connected to this game. And you have to change people's perception of you. Yeah, WoW streamers. WoW streamers are the worst ones, right? Because like most WoW streamers are like painfully boring. It should be like illegal to be that boring. Do you think video editing will be taken by AI one day? I think that a lot of
Why
it
not?
will be. I think that AI, like this is really what my opinion on AI is. With
They said one day, I think AI'd be well good enough to do that. I mean, they're already working on smaller shit. Like clips that can record when you get a double kill in the game, or every kill, or when you go on a kill streak, it'll automatically just do it. So why can't AI take it further? I mean, I even think on RuneScape, they got, you can set it to where, oh, if I get a drop over this or whatever, or every time you level up, it'll take a screenshot or a recording. Basically AI, right?
almost everything. I think that AI will make it to where you can do like one person can do the work of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people, depending on what the job is. I don't think that AI will completely replace jobs, but they will automate a lot of the busy work and a lot of the non-creative decision making and the actual implementation and like work that needs to be done. That's what's really going to happen. And so, like, you're not going to have, like, with this guy is different. Like, every graphic designer got fired, and he was the last one. That's different. Usually it doesn't happen that way. But basically what will usually happen, I think, is that you had 2 people working on a job. There's an advancement in technology. Now one person gets fired, and the remaining person doesn't get paid more, by the way. And now they just do both jobs. Do you see kind of how that's happening? Yeah, augmentation, that's what it'll do. Yeah, sure. Text-to-video generation is already insane. Once it finishes being red-teamed, we'll see massive changes. Yeah, absolutely. AI can't replace my editing dopeness, I'm safe. Well, we'll see what happens. And human touch is always needed. No, it's not. A lot of people that say the human touch is always needed, I bet if you showed them something that was AI-generated, but they didn't know it, they'd think it was beautiful. I think that people only perceive that to be true. It's something, it's like a quality thing that doesn't really exist. It's not always needed? Yeah, no, it's not. Would you prefer a raid with an AI-only party? Absolutely. People still get handcrafted things just because they seem to add perceived value? Yeah, but what's the market on that? What's the market for, like, handcrafted tools or handcrafted arts and crafts and things like that versus, like, the ones that are mass-produced? Like, you're right, that handcrafted things and people that are made by individuals are oftentimes, like, people hold value in it. But, like, where is that value? That value is, like, a 10 to 1, a 100 to 1, depending on what the market is. Like, what are we talking about here? The AI takes aspect of human
am I done
art
with these?
and creates it for
I'm done
nothing.
with
Yeah,
these.
exactly.
Okay.
Will WoW consider
I
this
didn't
use of
even
AI tech?
realize.
I think it absolutely will. And it's only going to become more and
So
more popular.
far, these
How many
things
human
suck.
trash? What's this here? Trash websites in your life, AI ones would be way better. Yeah, there's plenty of bad websites that are made by people too. Yeah, it's important to keep that in mind as well. Would you want handcrafted medicine, or some things are better left mass-produced? I don't know. It depends on what the medicine is, right? That's so true for architecture. AI-generated plans are so horrid, but people think it's great because they don't know how to look at it. Yeah, but like, I bet an AI-generated plan can maybe get you 50% of the way there in some cases. And I bet there will be a time, if it's not the case now, there will be a time in the future where it will get you 50% of the way there. And that's what's going to happen. And it's not that AI will completely solve your job, but it will make your awareness of the job less important. Medicine's already mass-produced? That's what he's saying. He's saying that, like, you know, you don't want to leave it up to human error. Yeah, this is a great video. Obviously, I think this is happening to more and more people, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Companies, when they use your work to generate AI. Companies, when you use AI to generate your resume. Oh, there it is. The fact that it was trained on your material is downright despicable. I don't think it is. Personally, they paid him for that material. Am I the only person who feels that way? They paid him for the work. It's theirs.
Damn, I hate trolls.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Now, it kind of sucks. Like, it definitely sucks. But it's fair. It sucks, but it's fair. There you go.
All right. I don't think they even have herbs they really drop. I think we're going just to kill. There we go. really need our prayer. I'm hoping to get this done pretty quick. See the cannonballs. There's my cannon. You know what? I want to try to make sure we stay here the whole fucking time. I don't want to be running back and forth. There we go. What is it? Combat bracelet warriors. Can't remember if I need special boots. Is there a troll boss? No reason to fight them. All right, just normal trolls then. Nope, I still need 60 thieving, which I probably could go work on for a little bit again. Fucking, oh my God. I'm in the middle of building my cannon. This motherfucker just stops. And fucking thieving sucks. It's real slow. Pain. I got 119 out of 164. What are those moon bosses called? Yeah, I kind of went on a quest spree for a while. And then I did Monkey Madness and that killed my quest spree. So I wish there's a Slayer task for these fuckers. They say 1.6 mil an hour, huh? No, I haven't did Monkey Madness 2. I did Monkey Madness 1. See? Monkey Madness 1 was a pain ass enough. I don't know if I want to do Monkey Madness 2. Like, fuck. Nope. We just trying to name off all the hard pain ass quests. Some of those I need to do. Oh yeah, Monkey Madness 2 is fun when there's people talking about 18 hours just to do that quest and shit. That ain't fun my ass. So you can't even buy this weapon. You have to go to Theater of Blood. You get the weapon, and then you can't even sell it. Nope, haven't done that one either. Those late game quests I haven't done. Them things look cool. You tell me this is better than the mace? Somehow I can't picture that. Oh. Said I haven't done no late game quests. More I need to do, and I'm working my way that way, but I just do it here and there. Oh, I want to do this, so let's bust out the quest so I can do it. Oh, ain't the curse saying once you gotta fight a boss? I know what that is. Ain't that the... Hey, this how y'all like it? You talk about the agility thing? I know there was some course. I don't remember if it was Steven or agility or whatever. But you got to be like a high level to really get the payout. Oh, a raid. I don't know how I'm ever going to do a raid. I had to figure that out. I know it'd probably be rough if only the MVP gets dropped. I'll probably never get a drop, and people probably won't share. I was looking at shit about a raid the other day, and it's like, oh, you gotta have 99 defense, 99 this. I'm like, yeah. Cool. Then they want you to have certain gear and weapons. Don't know. I don't know if shit changed or what. So you're doing raid solo. If you could do it solo and have a chance of making billions every run, why would you ever run as a group? It's from what I hear, that's high ass money shit from raids. I don't know. They talk about this shadow and other shit. Well, you make it harder, you have better chance for more drops. Or better drops. Damn, it's 11:30 already. Damn, we already been streaming for 3 hours. Bullshit. $87, we can get the crack. Supposedly that's the best place to train magic. At the Kraken. Seems like there's something you gotta do to get the Kraken to come up out the water. But if we don't do that, you can cast spells at the Kraken while he's underwater. You just sit there. Oh, you're supposed to use fishing explosives to get him come out? Supposedly while he's in the water, you can just sit there and attack him and get the experience like from hitting him. But yet you're not doing no damage to him and he's not damaging you. AFK AFK 99 magic. I don't even know where he's at. I probably gotta do a clip. A quest for it. So they recommend you go kill the boss. Wait. I don't even see tentacles on this list. Can you not get a tentacle from a normal kraken? I need a boss. The boss is easier than a regular cave kraken? Ain't this the one that was at Fremenic? So you can't even protect from magic? So protection players won't work. I guess you want to fight him with magic. Dude, I tell y'all, I hate seeing this. I hate seeing it. It says 920,000 an hour. It's supposed to be a high Slayer level fucking boss. But yet at like level 40, you can go kill these spiders and make 3 mil an hour? So why even kill Vorkath? Why even go after the Kraken? Why even do the Abyssal Demon boss? The Abyssal Sire? Like, this is weird. I might need to just go farm spiders. Might go farm spiders for a few days, make me some money. The shadow, huh? I know nothing about TOA or what quest you gotta do to get there. It'll drop a full trident? That's pretty cool. Pirate boots. Kraken tentacle, 1 out of 400. Damn. Kraken pet. That'd be the main reason to go for it. It just sucks seeing bosses and high level Slayer shit and all that be worse than fucking these low ass fever spiders. Go away. They're level 49. You only need 42 Slayer to even fight them. Look. So I'm not sure what they mean by this shit. The guy I watched was Alking, and he had a cannon with the fang. And he made, after an hour, like 3.2 or something. Huh. 60, 60, 55, 42. This is 90 attack recommended. Is that we should push for 90 in all the skills? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's their only drop. One out of 9, 1 out of 12. Quest item. Cabin Fever? What? That feels like an old ass quest. I think I did that one. Yeah, that easy ass quest. That's nice and short and simple. I think I killed these things before, but they gave them new drop shit pretty much. Pretty much like, oh, this low level monster minimum drop table needs to be boosted. And they boosted the drop table. The minimum drop table. I don't know. I'm not on the iron, so I can't account for that. All I know is I find this pretty fucking insane. Like, all right. Let's look at more shit. Where can you see per hour? That I can see the per hour. $3,000 per kill. $3,300. 3,000. You see that, right? Even their average kill is worth more on these. It's like, so fever spiders are better than dust devils. That's, I find that pretty insane. All right. It's 11:41. So my ass is going to take a lunch break. And we come back. But I don't remember my setup. How long ago was it? Did I do a video on it? No, I didn't. I wanted to. I never did it.
Next to him will be thrown back and stunned, dealing around 25 damage. So make sure that you run a couple of tiles away from him after your second hit.
So she can try to pay off her mortgage. Progress. Anywhere did I show fucking what I was wearing? I'll see the extra shit I brought with. I think we need to reset. I think I bought just like the brimstone ring. So I had to bring another ring. Done this. But I could. Why did that seem harder? All right. Combat. Ranging. The empty spot here is one of these. All down. And 10 shot. That looks right, right? Averick Defender. I probably looked at this before, huh? 30, 29, 28, 8. It's definitely better. And only like 30 fucking mil. Dragon Defender with Averick Defender. Hell. 55 mil, holy shit. I was like, what the fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit. That was nice. Oh shit. I'm not seeing anywhere where I look at my gear. Hey, even if it wasn't two, say, oh, if you get 5, your pet changes into like a shiny.
Setup with minimal switches so I can maximize my inventory.
completely decked. I mean, this will give me +4 in range. But I think this looks better.
As soon as you can attack her, the lights on the floor.
Let's
won't
see,
go
I'll
down
be
anymore,
holding one
and
more
they'll
extra
still around
spot.
for a short time. After you get a few shots in, she'll scatter these 3 purple orbs around the field. You'll have to quickly pick these up, or she will
I think I'm
still
gonna
run down
try
you
to do
and
it
heal for 90 health per orb you haven't collected.
without this
If
ring.
you have 90 plus ranged, and you're using amethyst or dragon darts, and you have very good ranged gear, it's better to just ignore the balls and DPS her down. Sure, you'll still fail to kill her before she recollects her ball sometimes, but the time saved by not bothering to pick them up will far outweigh the time lost by those occasional failures.
Just put that
If you're
there
using
for a
the blowpipe as your spec
placeholder.
weapon, this is where you'll want to use your specs. The take the lead.
Alright. So this is what I was running. Oh yeah. Wait, I almost forgot. I need more. I need more rock throwing hammers. Then Slayer ring. Boom, 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 boom. Is it really just 50 at a
shit.
time? $243. You tell me it's cheaper over there? No. $279. I don't know why I just didn't do that to begin with. You tell me it's really cheaper just to buy this bitch off the GE. It's not my buy limit, bitch. That'll be good enough for now. I guarantee they buy. Okay. And then we need Slayer. Boom. I am ready to motherfucking fight. That's right. This is there. Yeah, okay. Almost fucked up. Deposit that. Now we're good. So what it is when I switch this, boom, it takes up another spot. All right, y'all. Let me take my lunch break. When I come back, we're gonna go slaughter some fucking dusk and dawn. And we're gonna hope for the pack. And once again, I find this weird as fuck that only about $1 million an hour for a boss when these bitches are 2.5. I'm so tempted to go farm these bitches. Like, I don't even think we need a Slayer task to go farm them.
Hey everyone, Jagex just released Fever Spiders. These spidey foes require run deal quests, 42 Slayer, and Slayer gloves to kill. They are great for Iron Man. First, they drop a large amount of alkaballs. Courtesy of focus, you are able to get at least 1 million raw GP per hour. Personally, I was getting about 600 kills per hour, which should be close to 2 million an hour. Not bad for a 40 HP monster. Also very important, they can sometimes drop a quorum. Yes, when compared to edits and cadentine charges in the process. Now, how do we do this? Where and how? So you bring an extra, and now you just camp the spiders and knock all the drops, picking up the occasional quorum in the process. If you want. Otherwise you can just hog the drops and leave the quorums on the ground. Depending on your level, you might want to bring some food or prayer. Personally, I don't bring any of these and I'm able to do it just fine. I just use the Dragon Battle Axe special as a strength pot and do the spiders with lowered stats. When you have a full inventory, teleport to a tool leprechaun to notice herbs. Personal favorite of mine would be using the monastery teleport from the RD Cape. Even RD Cape 1 works for this. These next points are mostly for UIM. You should deathbank for this as the
Now,
Should we go
I
kill
haven't
this
been
shit
here
for a
in a
while?
very long time since my noob days to figure out. And Pirate Pete. Once talking to Pirate Pete, make sure to hit OK, and he. Once talking to Pirate Pete, make sure to hit OK, and he will take you to Brain Death Island. Once in Brain Dead Island, head northwest towards the ladder and go downstairs. Once downstairs, you'll find a fever spiders. Make sure you have Slayer gloves on, because this is what could happen to you if you don't have them. They will drain your health, constant 12s, and you will not survive. Now, my gear choice was pretty solid. Went with Bofa. And obviously, do not forget your Slayer gloves, because these guys will pack a punch. There's not going to be much here, and it was just rumors going around. Making 1.3 mil to 1.4 mil an hour seemed a little crazy.
This is a
Almost
multi-combat area?
outlandish. Surely, a level 42 Slayer creature cannot give you one. No way. Not possible.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
honestly couldn't
I gotta
believe what
go
was
see.
going through here. Making
I gotta go
1.2
see.
to 1.3 mil an hour didn't seem so far-fetched. Now, I did forget my herb sack, so a little bit of a downside on my end. Now,
fuck.
I will recommend this to anybody who
I just scheduled an appointment and don't remember. Slash is better. I'll just run it with the Fang. Should be able to demolish these motherfuckers. They talk about the cannon. So we're gonna go see. I wanna say for myself. Did I bring a shark? I know what we don't need. I know what I don't need. Slayer helm won't do me nothing. Oh, look, we got that one. We got this Slayer gloves, that's right. We need them. So we can't wear that. And then we bring this. And I'm a dumbass as well because we're forgetting one more thing. At least I didn't actually forget it. I'm supposed to eat, and I'm not eating. You seem to have dropped something. Where? What? Somebody's here. That dude probably went to go put shit up. He's not even here. 2 people are here. 2 people are here as well. $200 people in this world. And 2 of them at least are here. This cannon's here, he's here killing. I don't think I'm. Oh shit. I didn't even realize they were here. Shit is so popular now. There's a single combat area. I forgot my herb set. Here's what you shoot if I'm way over here. Or no, because this dude's aggroed on me now.
should be brought here. The reason I didn't want to bring it was because I wanted Runelite to track every drop. So, you know, sometimes you only get a coin drop. That wouldn't be tracked if I had a Ring of Wealth on. So I just wanted to track everything for the 5,000. But as you can see, we also are going to be getting a ton of grimy Quarms. That was honestly the only drop that these spiders had, but it was uncommon. Before Jagex updated them, that was really all you could expect here. So no one ever wanted to kill these things because, I mean, there's just no point. There was absolutely no point. But now there is a lot of reasons to come here, guys. Unfortunately, I will say right off the bat, there is no clue scrolls with this one. I know it's stunning. I mean, it's like every single update recently has had a clue scroll involved somehow or some way, but not these spiders. And this is definitely a low tier monster. I should have mentioned the requirements at the very beginning of the video, but I'll just quickly say that they do require level 42 Slayer to kill, and of course you can find them on Brain Death Island, so that does mean you have to have the quest Rum Deal started. But you don't have to finish it, so that's always good. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, 42 Slayer, that must mean that this can be a Slayer assignment. Well, you're absolutely correct. This can be assigned by 2 Slayer Masters. They are the lower tiered ones, but nevertheless, that is Vanica and Chaldar. And of course, most people who would have a spider task assigned before this update would probably never ever come here to do that task. So the fact that they added drop tables means that lower levels who like to, you know, train their Slayer up and get a spider task, this is going to be probably one of the most profitable tasks at 42 Slayer. I mean, no doubt about it. I remember, like, I think 66 Slayer or 60 Slayer in general was where you started to make a little bit of money, but now it's 42. Yeah, I mean, they just didn't even care about
42, you make
I
more
guess you
money
got
all the way
cave
up,
horrors,
I
but yeah, I
guess.
mean, this is incredible. 42 Slayer, and it's already...
You talked about cave horrors. $200K an hour. How is that a
already incredible money for lower levels. High Alch is so crucial here because you're going to be getting all of the alchables that you can imagine. The Water Battle Staff, that's a solid 10K high alch almost. Then you have the Adamant Axe, the Red D'hide Shafts, the Rune Battle Axe, which, you know, it's 1 in 32, but you're still going to get tons of them.
I forgot to
and
change
the Rune Med
my
Helm.
shit
Now you're just seeing
over.
this coin stack continuously grow, and of course your kills per hour, it's all going to be dependent on your setup. You know, if you're level 52 here with a Dorgish and crossbow, me and you, we're not going to get the same kills an hour. But with this setup, I managed to get 630 kills in the first hour. I used 1,200 cannonballs, and I got 2.22 mil in loot, 120 Quarms, a little bit of gems, 4,500 pure essence, as well as 1.7 mil GP. And of course that comes out to 2.22 on the Runelite loot tracker. Now you may be thinking, Mr. No Sleep, I'm not going to get that many kills an hour. Well, listen, it's only 40 HP. This spider is just, I mean, it's weak, you know, 40 defense, 40 HP. Anyone can kill these things. Granted, they are big, they're a little scary, but they can't hit that high. So keep that in mind. If you are a low-level Iron Man and you have access to High Alch, this could be a beneficial place for you to come and look at, you know, just kill a little bit of spiders and watch your GP stack go from nothing to something in a matter of no time. 1,000 kills, 3.6 mil, and it took about an hour and 45 minutes. 192 Quarms too. All right, so there's 2,000 kills. You know, it kind of went by quick there. 3 hours into the video officially, and it's just incredible loot. I mean, what can I say? It's very simple to the point drop table. Really not that many drops at all, but all the drops that are there are very beneficial. So yeah, we're just gonna see this bank tab grow, this GP stack grow. Even though they're not that useful, we're gonna see pure essence grow. I mean, I'd imagine they'd be more useful to a lower level than, you know, say someone like me. But overall, we're 3,000 fever spiders in so far, 2,000 left to go, well over 500 Quarms, and now we're getting very close to the 10 million GP stack. Also getting close to 166 million strength XP. That should be 200 mil by the end of the year, I'm hoping. And overall, yeah, herb sack definitely useful, gem bag extraordinarily useful, as well as the rune pouch with high out. But I mean, if you don't have access to a rune pouch, just bring a fire staff and nature runes. You know, there's always substitutes for everything. And for the most part, cannonballs in this whole video, I only managed to have to use about 10,000, a little over 10,000 was the end result for 5,000 kills. And just looking at that coin stack and seeing how the price of cannonballs is not that expensive these days, I honestly would say, in my, well, not my expert opinion, but in my opinion, anyone could bring a cannon here and still make profit. You're going to be getting range XP from the cannon. You can benefit with a safe spot as well if you just want to use range here and not take any damage and just let the cannon do its thing. I mean, this might be something that 10 HP accounts can look into if they don't have to get HP for Rumsdeal, because if you bring a cannon here there and you only want to get range XP, I think you'll end up making a lot of money.
I
You
think I
know,
need
you
to
just
ring
have
it
to
well.
replace the cannonballs, and with these amazing drops, I think that's very doable. And then you can pocket some GP at the same time. So what an incredible update. I don't know why Jagex didn't stress this update more. This was just a simple sentence in the massive update.
I don't know why they would even do this, to be honest. They try to make gold easier. Jesus. I need to go eat and I'll come back and do this some more. It's not where I clicked. I clicked there. Should be easy 99 range, right? No, that's not what I wanted to pick up. I guess I could. I need to go eat. Cause I gotta go cook, so I can't sit here and baby this. Did you just do the same thing? I don't want to reset. I don't want to do anything. But all right, String. I didn't mean to do that. I just want to worry about my. All right, String. Let me go eat lunch. I'll be back, and we might sit there while I make some money. Considering it's better than a lot of the bosses now.